Hi everyone, Patrick Meninga here, spiritualriver.com. I want to talk to you today about life coaches and how they can impact addiction and alcoholism recovery. Now, in very early recovery from addiction or alcoholism, my recommendation is that you get a sponsor in either AA or NA. So that means you go to meetings, you start going to AA meetings, maybe you get out of treatment first, you go through detox or residential, start going to meetings, start going to 12-step meetings. Find someone who is living the kind of life that you want to live. Ask that person to be your sponsor and start working through the steps with that person. So that's sponsorship. That's totally separate from what a life coach is and what a life coach does. After you've been in recovery for a year, maybe 2 or 3 years, and you've worked through the steps with a sponsor and you've got some stability in your life, my recommendation is at that point, you can go seek out a life coach if that's something you're interested in doing. And what a life coach should do is challenge you and help to motivate you. And so that's not necessarily something that you need in early recovery from a recovery standpoint. What you need then is sponsorship, and you need someone to guide you through the steps, and you need someone that can tell you how to not kill yourself with drugs and alcohol. That's early recovery. A life coach is beneficial in long-term sobriety to help challenge you, to help motivate you. And the idea is that in long-term recovery, we need to keep pushing ourselves for personal growth. We need to keep sort of reinventing ourselves, learning new things, taking on new challenges, pushing ourselves to become that better version of ourselves. This is what long-term sobriety is all about, and it's really important for long-term sobriety to be engaged in that process of personal growth, and that's where a life coach can help you. The key in long-term sobriety is to avoid complacency. If you make it through early recovery and you get through your first year or two of sobriety, you're doing all right. At some point, your recovery journey will be threatened by complacency, and that threat is going to be there for the rest of your life. That you might get complacent, you might get lazy, you might stop doing the things you're supposed to do for recovery, you might not be pushing yourself towards personal growth, and as a result, those things can lead you down a path towards relapse. So the way to avoid that is to get motivated, stay motivated, and keep pushing yourself to learn new things and to stay on that path of personal growth. If a life coach will help you with that, then obviously that's something worth looking into. It's not going to be the case with everyone. Some people are self-motivated, they're highly motivated from within, and they don't need that source of external challenge and motivation that you get with a life coach. So that's just something to keep in mind for long-term sobriety. If you're new to recovery, I wouldn't worry about a life coach yet. I would go to meetings, go find a sponsor, work through the steps, and give yourself time to get stable in recovery. Later on, if you feel like you're lacking motivation, you might go seek out a life coach, and that'll help you take your sobriety and your recovery to the next level.